So Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match serves as the latest addition to the absolutely iconic and brilliant Mortal Kombat Legends animated movie series, which I am absolutely loving, by the way, and it is just so wicked this time to have Johnny Cage front and center, and he really does show A, why he's such a beloved character, and B, why he really does deserve his own title dedication. And the film acts as a prequel to the absolutely iconic Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. And what's really, really interesting about this edition is very similarly to Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind, we don't have any of the main traditional characters that you do know and love from the Mortal Kombat brand. So for example, no Liu Kang, no Shang Tsung, no Shao Kahn, but instead we have lesser known characters, for example Ashra, Jataka and Serena, and we also have a bit of a cameo appearance from Raiden, and Joel McHale is also back reprising his role, as he has of course voiced Johnny Cage in a really, really iconic way from the aforementioned Scorpion's Revenge and Battle of the Realms, and I just feel like his portrayal of him is just so good, and it's just so criminal that Ryan Reynolds hasn't played Johnny Cage in live action yet, as this movie really does make a business case as to why Ryan Reynolds really should play him, as he could just be absolutely iconic in this role, and it really does feel like it's made for him. Now, what I do love about this film is that it really does have a bit of an 80s aesthetic, which really does set it apart from any other entry within a Mortal Kombat perspective. And speaking of making it different, Johnny Cage is the narrator of this film, and he is suddenly embroiled unexpectedly into this Netherrealm devilish plot as he runs around Hollywood in the only way that Johnny Cage would, as it just has Johnny Cage's style all over it, his witty remarks, absolutely extraordinary, and I loved how they have it as a device where they suddenly freeze the frame when the narrator is saying something, so it just works together so well. And the writing on this special was just so good, as firstly you just love the Johnny Cage character, but what I didn't expect is for you to really feel for him, as he is just such an endearing lead, which is really interesting, as he does have the quintessential Johnny Cage vibes, as he is just so self-obsessed and so full of himself, but also this time you get to see how did the Johnny Cage character become Johnny Cage, and he actually has a bit of a sad origin storyline in terms of being really bullied when he was in high school, which I feel like I said, a lot of people can relate to, and then because of this he just did not want to stand for it at all, and so he went out of his way to try to strengthen himself both in terms of his mind and his body, and then he was able to really stand up to the bullies and was able to push them away, and was then actually able to make his childhood dreams of wanting to be an action superhero star a reality. But it isn't as easy as he thinks, as he really does have to climb the Hollywood ladder. So I just feel like from a writing perspective, this guy was just written so well from a character perspective. I also loved Chuck, his assistant, as you really do firstly feel really, really sorry for this guy too, as it's really painful to see the abuse that assistants get. And it really does paint a picture of how toxic Hollywood can be, as firstly it really is a business of who you know, and also when you are trying to climb up the ladder and make a name for yourself, it really isn't as easy as it seems. But you know, from a characterization perspective, I actually love what they did with the Chuck character, as his arc throughout is really, really brilliant, and in a similar way to Johnny Cage, he is actually really inspiring, and where he is in the beginning of this film compared to where he is by the end of it is actually really, really wicked. I absolutely loved Ashra too in Mortal Kombat 1. She is a really, really cool character, really showcasing that, you know, she was on the evil side, living in Netherrealm as one of the demons, and then wanted to escape this and try to work to fight her way back into the light and become a really good character, and they definitely continue that storyline thread in this one. So Ashra was really, really cool. And speaking of Mortal Kombat mythology, this movie is full of uncomfortable violent scenes. It actually takes it a lot further than other Mortal Kombat movies have done in the past, in terms of being really satanic and really barbaric when the evil characters are trying to bring about an evil character from Netherrealm into Earthrealm. Those sequences are actually quite difficult to watch. But what is really, really brilliant is that this truly is Johnny Cage's movie through and through, even though, you know, of course it is set in the Mortal Kombat Legends world, and it does need to have all of those shocking Mortal Kombat moments. I love the fact that it didn't detract from the fact that, you know, this is Johnny Cage's storyline, and he is of course known for being a Hollywood star, and then reluctantly having to come into the Mortal Kombat world, so I just feel like it just told his backstory in an absolutely epic and iconic way. And I just have to say, I absolutely love this film. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do next with the Mortal Kombat Legends brand. And apparently it is going to next focus on Kitana and Melina, who are such awesome characters in their own right. So to have a film dedicated on them and their planet and their realm of Ardinia, I feel like that could be so cool, especially similarly going back to Mortal Kombat 1, how they were represented in that different timeline was just so interesting. So I just cannot wait to see what on earth they're going to be doing. And on that point, I just feel like Mortal Kombat as a brand is just going from strength to strength to strength. So I just cannot wait to see what they're going to be doing next, as this brand really is on fire, no pun intended. But Johnny Cage's film Mortal Kombat Legends cage match was absolutely extraordinary. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear what you thought of this film, so please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.